So George Hamilton, that's one in 1969. John Barnes, two in 2009, and three, Theodore Tapper Whitmore in 2019. Who are these men that you may ask? These are Jamaica's coaches that helped us to defeat Panama. Yeah, George Hamilton, 1969, John Barnes, 2009, and Coach Tapper Whitmore in 2019. The third time that we've ever defeated Panama in our history. The monkey is finally off of our back. That's right. Gone. We can now step up and beat Panama and not fear about what happened in the past. Now, for those of you that, whether you live in Jamaica or not and listen to local radio and talk mornings, you'll hear that there is a discussion going around. If you lose, can you be the better team? What are the rules of football? How do you win a game of football? You score more than the opposition. Did Jamaica do that this evening? Yes. Was the performance impressive? No. Did we win? Yes. Are we through to the semifinals? Yes. But yeah, that performance. In patches though, you could see what Junior Flemings with the ball, what he was doing. I admired the runs and the surges that he was making. Leon Bailey in the second half on that right-hand side. I like that what we're able to do in those sort of areas, and it brought about some exciting moments. Darren Mattox coming on as a substitute, and literally 120 seconds later, bam, back of the net. Goal number 18 for his country. Jamaica's all-time leading goal scorer in Gold Cup history, Darren Mattox. 5 Gold Cup goals for Jamaica. One against USA 2015, one against Mexico 2015, one against Curacao 2017, and one against El Salvador 2017. And you add another one to it, 2019 against Panama. People may look at it and say, well, 17 of Darren Mattox's 18 goals now have come against CONCACAF opposition. You can only score against who you're playing against, right? Yeah, pretty much. He scored against USA, Mexico, now Panama. He scored against El Salvador, Nicaragua, Martinique, Venezuela. Scored against some decent teams. So what does this goal mean now? It means that he's halfway there to breaking Luton Shelton's record. Luton Shelton's record is 35 international goals for Jamaica. Darren Mattox has gone 18. So another 18 for Mattox, and that record will be no more. That record will just be history. Yeah, because if you look at the all-time list now, Darren Mattox currently in that list is 7th. Luton Shelton, 35 goals. Anandi Lowe, 27. Theodore Whitmore, 23. You have Andy Williams, 22. Paul Young also at 22. Walter Boyd, 19. Now, Paul Davis, many different sources and databases have him at 18, but that is not necessarily so. Paul Davis scored 34 goals for Jamaica. 34 international goals for Jamaica. He didn't score 18, he scored 34. Hector Wright scored 16 and Paul Hall scored 14. So that basically rounds out the top 10 where that is concerned. But we're through to the semifinals. The first Caribbean team to advance to 3 Gold Cup semifinals in a row. A feat that no other Caribbean team has ever done before. So now, once again, we're in a situation where we wait and see. Is it going to be USA or Curacao in the semifinals? We'll see. We shall see what will be happening. And USA will be putting out their strong team against us. And once again, it's going to be another intriguing and challenging affair. Andre Blake in the goal for Jamaica. 8.5 out of 10. Look at the defense. Sean Francis had a few nervous moments. Give him a 7. Damien Lowe, give him an 8. Kemar Lawrence, 8. On the right-hand side, Albus Powell, a 7. Midfield, Michael Hector, a 7. Junior Fleming, 7. I'm happy that Jamoy Topi got his Gold Cup debut out of the way. Really happy for him there. Darren Mattox got the winner. Can you imagine that? Wow. Let's see what you guys are saying in the comments. Cooley Two Foot says terrible again. I assume you're speaking about the performance. Yes, the performance was below par. If you want me to sum up the performance, the actual performance of the team on a scale of 1 to 10, excluding the result, then a 5 out of 10. Man's not hot pep. I'm here. Stefan says, just step on Bailey live, but me did have to come here live. Oh, respect, Stefan. I appreciate it. Brandon Hudson, only the results matters. It's a knockout competition. If it was a 38 game tournament, then that would be something to be concerned about. Cooley Two Foot's out personally buy Hector's one-way ticket back to England. Really? Hector's 6 feet 5 inches tall, you know. I don't think you can. You're willing to buy a first class ticket for him. Yeah, £2,000 for pay for it, bossy. But on a more serious level, no. We'll have to have a discussion in another video down the road. Is Hector better for Jamaica as a holding midfielder or as a centre half? You all know my thoughts about that already. RTS vibes, poor performance, but we still get the win. Hopefully we improve against USA. Agreed. Man's not hot pep. Jamaica have progressed to the semi-finals, okay? They have. Too bad Low Aga missed the semis. We'll see if they're going to query that. But yeah, based on the stance, he would miss that. But an opportunity for Jamoy Topi to step up. Dane Lodge, I can't believe I missed the game, being waiting all day for it. Damn. Other than the goal, he didn't miss much, to be honest with you. It was a mediocre performance. They just got lucky at the expense of Panama. Was it a handball? Yeah, it was a handball. No one Tapa needs to replace his tactics. Tactically, I think we neutralized Panama well. They had a few moments that gave us some nervous moments, but Andre Blake, I'm thankful that he was agile to the task and he thought quickly to remove the threat that they possessed. Why Vassal not playing? Saving him for the semi-finals. Brandon Hudson without Load's going to be hard. It'll be difficult, but Jamoy Topi, trust me. USL is not his level. This guy should be playing in Europe right now. And I'm talking England. There's a lot of talent in this team, yeah. Vassal should start over Flemings. That might happen in the next game. US or Curacao? Who do I want or who do I think will win? To be honestly, bring on USA. I don't care. Bring on USA. I don't mind. And play Mexico in the final. Why are they focusing this Hector person? Hector's a good player. He's just out of position. Did Leon Bailey play? Yes, he did. And he had a few good moments. Had a free kick as well. Not on target though, but better days are ahead for Leon Bailey. Flemings wasn't bad at all, but I like to see Vassal play. Yeah, a lot of people in the comments have been saying that Vassal should play. Yeah, so you could look at it in a positive limelight that we created chances against Curacao but didn't score. And today we didn't have many opportunities but still won the game. Based on the performance, you'd say that Panama should have won this evening, but they didn't. Them gone back at them yard. So hopefully that will be the end of them, and Jamaica can wipe off, the curse, and the curse will be over now. So 8:30 Wednesday evening in Nashville, Tennessee, Jamaica against either USA or Curacao. Whatever is happening, there's going to be at least 2 Caribbean teams in the semifinals. Haiti against Mexico in the first one, and in the second one, Jamaica against USA or Curacao. So, Reggae Boys fans, any adjustments you would make to the team for the USA game or the Curacao game? If we're playing USA, I'm starting Diva Orgil. If we're playing Curacao, then I'm starting Mattox. USA, I understand, are going to be more physical with us. So I would want somebody that is going to keep them on their toes with Deva Oriel to run them out, to run them off the ball and hopefully gain back possession. Curacao with Mattox, Mattox just drives the fear of God into Caribbean teams, regardless of these players playing in the Eredivisie or not. He just drives the fear of God into Caribbean teams. He has as much goals as Luton Shelton did against the CFU teams. It's going to be an intriguing one. I think it's going to be USA though. Jamaica, USA, Mexico, Haiti, and it quite possibly could be a Jamaica against Mexico final. Darren Mattox, he got the game winner. Do you remember the last time we defeated Panama? Yeah, 2009, June, at the National Stadium. Remember who scored for us that day? Panama took the lead, and then shortly after that, Teddy Johnson equalized, and then after that, Devon Hodges scored, and then Panama equalized, and then deep into second half stoppage time, Kemar Dada Daly got the winner for Jamaica. I wasn't alive at that encounter back in 1969. I would have to ask. Long-time sports enthusiasts in Jamaica about that game. Anybody in the comments was alive in 1969? Can tell me how that performance went against Panama? Please do if you were around back then. But it's another victory. And the train continues. And why are all of these results so important? Because in July, the draw will take place for the 2022 FIFA World Cup qualifiers. And with Jamaica right now number 4 in CONCACAF, based on the FIFA rankings, Jamaica would be highly seeded going into the World Cup qualifying draw. So what that means is that we wouldn't get a group of death like we did 4 years ago, where we had Costa Rica, Panama, Jamaica, and Haiti in a group, or that time back in 2008 where we had Mexico, Honduras, Canada, and Jamaica in that group. So hopefully we don't get those scenarios again, like we're high in the rankings now compared to previous occasions where we're 7th and 8th in the region. So it should be a different sort of scenario. Richard Adamson says, why is Mariapa not at this tournament? I spoke to Mariapa about at the end of the season, the English Premier League season. He said he needed some time off. It was a rough season for him and he's not feeling 100%. So that's why he's not here, but he vows to be ready for the World Cup qualifiers in March 2020. Where's Michael Seaton? Michael Seaton is in the United Soccer League. If he's continuing to score the goals like he has been doing with Orange County, he'll be back in the team soon. How does this top 50 things go for work permit? Well, the rules have been relaxed for Scotland. It's now top 70 for Scotland, so you can play for Celtic, Rangers, Aberdeen, Inverness, Kilmarnock, Ross County, Motherwell. You can play for those teams if you're ranked in the top 70. So Jamaicans now can play in the Scottish Premier League. Where the Premier League, Championship, League 1, and League 2 are concerned, then if Jamaica, at worst case scenario, is 48th in the rankings in July, 48th in August, and 47th in September, then we would have averaged 50 in the last 2 years, I believe. No, you would have to add another month to that. So around October, November, thereabouts, we should be averaging top 50, and we can get our players back into England. More consistency. Where's Wes Morgan? Let's just say his best days are behind him. Do I rate Flemings more than Vassell? In terms of a brethren, yes, Flemings will chat to me. In terms of play on the field, I would rather have Vassell personally if it's a player that is sitting right behind the centre forward. But I can understand why you want to have fresh legs going into that clash against the Americans. I think all of this has just been a big tactical move by Tapper to unleash Vassell at the semi-finals or finals. Yeah. 1-0 over Panama. Where's Barnes? I assume you're referring to Giles Barnes. think he's currently unattached. He was playing some football with Mexico in club football in Mexico after some time with the Colorado Rapids. Fleming's decision making poor for an attacking midfielder. It's going to improve over time. It looks like a lot of people would prefer Vassell over Flemings. No unity in the Jamaican team. I disagree if you're referring to unity on the pitch compared to unity in the dressing room. Unity in the dressing room is up here. If you see Javon Watson on Instagram, you'll see it for himself. Talking about him not stop party till him 140, and bare tunes in the dressing rooms and all of those things. In terms of on the pitch, remember, these are players that came together for the USA friendly, and this is their 5th game together, basically. It's going to take time. What I'd love people to do, especially those viewing, is have a look at this book by the name of Malcolm Gladwell. He wrote a book called The Outliers. Malcolm Gladwell was born to a Jamaican mother and a British father. Now, Malcolm Gladwell, what he discussed in this book is that, especially for sports teams and international sports team, it's the hardest thing in terms of getting chemistry and cohesion, because you're in a camp for 3 days and then you have a game the next day, which is a World Cup qualifier or any other competition. And the only way you're going to be able to improve on that is time together on the pitch. There's nothing, you can't buy experience. Experience comes over time. So hopefully you get to read that book. Malcolm Gladwell, The Outliers. Yeah, hopefully you get to read it. And it's specifically the chapter regarding the 10,000 hour rule. Yep. Topi over Francis. It's going to pair with Low. That might happen. Jamoy Topi. Let's see how things go. Reggae Boys fans, we're through to the last 4. That's something to get excited about. It's by no means the top of our mountain just yet, but it is new territory for us. Do you remember a decade ago, we couldn't come out of the group stages of the Gold Cup, even when we had the likes of Donovan Ricketts, Tyrone Marshall, Shafar Thomas, Carter Fuller, Luton Shelton, Ricardo Bibi Gardner, Jamal Campbell-Rice, and we still, Omar Daly, and we still couldn't come out of the group stages of the Gold Cup? Let's backtrack even 15 years ago, 16 years ago. Andy Lowe, Darren Byfield, Andy Williams, and we couldn't pass the quarterfinals of the Gold Cup. This is new territory for us. 3 Gold Cup semifinals in a row? That has to be important. That has to be recognized. That has to be respected, because we need to be on the lips of people in the same breath as Mexico and USA and Costa Rica. Honduras are going through a generation gap right now. Period of transition. Panama are going to experience that as well. El Salvador, you know how them stay already. It's going to happen to them as well. Guatemala, them just coming back from suspension. It's going to take some time to reform and everything like that. Nicaragua are not reaching the heights just yet. Belize, they're trying to get things together, but not just yet. Let's go around the world. Canada, exciting youthful prospects, but still a bit frail, in my opinion, to get the work done. USA, hit and miss in terms of things in the region. Mexico, for me, is the best team in CONCACAF right now. I have no problem saying that Mexico is the best team in the region and Jamaica is number 2 in CONCACAF. Trinidad and Tobago, mayhem, catastrophe, spineless. Guyana are improving, but they have an aging squad. They have a 36-year-old that's scoring goals for them. Haiti are coming, so we have to be mindful of that. But Jamaica, without a shadow of a doubt, is the second best team in CONCACAF right now. I've said my opinion. If I'm talking rubbish, tell me in the comments below. And don't forget as well to subscribe to Reggae Boys Commentary. Take care. Big up on yourselves. Don't forget to subscribe. I'm loving the work that you guys have been doing. So close to 5,000 subs. Really, really appreciate it, guys. Take care.